This is Olivia Adams, the daughter of one of the most influential CEOs in the industry. A woman born into wealth and privilege. Yet today, she isn't walking through those grand glass doors as an executive. She isn't here to claim a corner office, no luxury suits, no VIP treatment. Instead, she's stepping into a world completely different from the one she was raised in, a world where no one knows her name and no one cares about her background. Olivia had just returned after earning her master's degree abroad, but instead of stepping straight into leadership, her father had a different plan in mind. See the company for what it really is, he told her. Not from a boardroom, not through reports, but from the ground level, where the real work happens. So, she's here, not as the CEO's daughter, but as a cleaner. But Olivia wasn't here just to wipe down desks. She was here to learn something no business school could ever teach her, to see how people behave when they think no one important is watching. And very soon, she would uncover a truth that would shake the entire company to its core. Oops, looks like you've got work to do, sweetheart. Some treated her with kindness, while others saw her as nothing more than an invisible worker, someone beneath them. But what they didn't know, what Jacob and his arrogant circle would soon realize, was that this so-called nobody was the one person they should have feared the most. Stay with us until the end, because what happens next will leave you speechless. This is Real Life Stories New, where we bring you powerful stories that inspire, teach, and remind us that character is revealed when no one is watching. In the first few days, Olivia blended into the background, just as she expected. Employees walked past her as if she didn't exist. Some gave her indifferent nods, while others didn't bother acknowledging her at all. And then there was Jacob. Jacob, a senior employee with an overinflated ego, made it his mission to make Olivia's job unbearable. He thrived on power, the kind of person who measured his importance by how easily he could put others down. Jacob smirked as he watched the dark liquid spread across his desk. "Oh no, looks like I made a mess. Why don't you clean that up? And be quick about it. I have important work to do." Olivia glanced at the spill. It was obvious. The coffee had been knocked over on purpose. Her fingers tightened around the cloth in her hands, but she reminded herself why she was here. Taking a deep breath, she swallowed her pride and started cleaning. Jacob leaned back, clearly amused. "You're slow. If you want to last here, you'd better be quicker." She ignored him, but the humiliation burned. Across the room, Michael, another senior employee, watched silently. Unlike Jacob, his face wasn't filled with arrogance. Instead, there was discomfort, maybe even regret. For just a second, their eyes met. And in that moment, Olivia saw something unexpected, an unspoken apology. The next few days were a test of endurance. Jacob's harassment became routine, deliberately dropping trash right after she finished cleaning, making her redo tasks for no reason, calling her out in front of others just for his own amusement. But today, he took it even further. "Take these to the laundry. I like my shirts crisp and clean. No stains." Olivia blinked at the bag. "I'm here to clean the office, not run personal errands." Jacob's smirk widened. It was as if he had been waiting for her to challenge him. "You're here to do whatever I tell you to do. Now take the bag and get moving." Before Olivia could respond, a voice cut through the room. "That's not fair, Jacob. She's the office cleaner, not your maid. You can't make her do your laundry." Silence. Jacob turned his head slowly, his expression darkening. "Mind your own business, Michael." But Michael didn't back down. "This isn't right, and you know it." Jacob ignored him and turned back to Olivia. "So, are you taking the clothes, or do I need to remind you who's in charge here?" The entire room was watching. She could feel their stares, waiting to see if she would submit. But this time she didn't. Squaring her shoulders, Olivia swallowed hard and shook her head. "That is not my job, sir." Silence. Then, Jacob let out a loud, mocking laugh. "Oh, we've got a little rebel here, huh?" Before she could react, he grabbed a cup of water from the table and poured it over her head. Gasps filled the break room. Cold water ran down Olivia's face, soaking her uniform, her hair, her dignity. A chill shot through her body, but she didn't flinch. Jacob grinned, relishing the moment. Next time, make sure the water you serve me is cold. I don't drink warm water. Michael slammed his hand on the table. That's enough, Jacob. Jacob shrugged, completely unfazed. Relax, Michael. She's just a cleaner. It's her job to handle messes. Olivia clenched her fists, the heat of humiliation burning inside her. But she refused to break. Instead, she calmly grabbed a cloth and wiped the table, acting as if nothing had happened. Michael looked at her with concern. Olivia? But she gave him a small shake of her head.
Not yet.
Jacob smirked, thinking he had won. What he didn't know was that his time was running out. That morning, the air in the office felt different. Employees whispered among themselves, sensing something was about to happen. Jacob, ever the opportunist, stood confidently at the front of the conference room, smirking. He was convinced that whatever this meeting was about, it would serve his ambitions. He had no idea what was coming. Thank you all for coming today. I have a very important announcement to make. Before Mr. Adams could continue, Jacob, arrogant as ever, spoke up. Sir, why is she here? This is a meeting for important people. We don't need the cleaning staff wasting our time. A few uneasy glances were exchanged. Then, Mr. Adams turned to Jacob with an expression so cold it sent a chill through the room. Jacob, I personally invited her to this meeting. Jacob's smirk faltered. But sir, she's just a... Enough. For the first time, Jacob's confidence wavered. I've been preparing for a major change in this company. As many of you know, I'll be retiring soon and I've chosen my successor. The room buzzed with speculation. Jacob straightened, his smirk returning. He was sure he was about to be named. But then, Mr. Adams turned to Olivia. My successor is Olivia Adams.